Hi, everybody. It is week 4, so it's been almost 1 month since Hurricane Ian hit Florida, Southwest Florida, and our home on Sanibel Island. We have our update to the regards of we've had photos taken of our house by our public adjuster with Taylor Loss Consultants. Not an ad again, but Chad Schmidt has done a very good job. He went out to our house.
Took like 1,000 pictures. So we've seen all those so far.
You want to explain what we saw in the pictures?
Well, we pretty much what we expected. Everything's a big old mess, of course. All of our, even the stuff under the house, actually is all still there. Now it's all up in the bushes in the front. And it's really hard to tell from the pictures too, like where the water was. I know it was up at least 3 feet under the house. Because there's some mud on a shelf, but
we thought it was higher.
We thought
it may have been higher, but we're not sure.
So it's just really hard to tell where the water was.
Minnie Pearl is drinking out of a bottle of water. So if you hear some noise in the background, we're in our bedroom still at Tommy's parents' basement house.
Yeah.
And there's just noise.
But we did get to see like how much damage we took inside. We could see where the door had popped open it only popped open maybe 2 or 3 inches, but it was enough to get some water in and get some damage there. And also where it had leaked another place. And so it was a little worse than we thought. And then there we got to see the bubble in the downstairs bedroom and the ceiling where the water leaked through. But he didn't smell any mold or see any mold in the house.
So that water where it came through, actually, the door upstairs, did you explain that? How it popped open. Sorry, my head I'm having a hard time focusing sometimes, but that's to be expected. We have so much going on right now.
So this week, my dad and I are going down and do some yard cleanup and stuff like that, and just try to get things looking a little less abandoned, I guess, for now. So
yeah, because it's not abandoned. We'll be back.
Right.
A lot of people have been back to assess their properties. We've been able to help out our neighbors and extended neighbors and giving them names of electricians, because we have to have our house inspected. Our electrician has to come and inspect
the meter box and see if the meter box had got water in it. We're not sure from the pictures. It's really difficult to tell. It looks fine in the pictures, but I don't know. So we have to do that, make sure that if we're safe to have the power turned back on. We put in to have the water turned back on, but they don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, because there's still, like, even when we have all this inspected, as of right now, we got a estimation that we still won't have electricity from 2 to 4 weeks from now. So there's still no electricity, no sewers, no internet, no any kind of livable things that people are used to in today's world. No anything. One of the grocery stores did open back up on a limited hour basis and limited product basis with generators. That is Jerry's, and it was built up high, so that's why that was able to open up. But it doesn't seem like many businesses will be highly functional for a while. I had actually spent the last 6 months or so, Tommy and I had driving around the island because I wanted to start a studio space, because I have dreams for what I want to do with my artistic creations, and everything we found it wasn't right. So I listened to my intuition. So if anything, our experience, I think, should be a big, huge learning experience for others to listen to your intuition, because I didn't feel it was time still, nor was it the place to start a studio space. And we haven't made any plans for the future. We will return to Sanibel to do what we need to do for our home. We don't know if it's a forever home, but we knew that all along. That's just...
see where we go from there.
Yeah. Tommy and I love to travel, and we love our neighbors, and I love the businesses there, and my heart goes out to everyone. I just don't really know that it's where I'm supposed to put my business, our business, eventually. But we want to go down as soon as possible to be able to help clean up our neighborhood, to help as many people as we possibly can, and then figure out what we do from there. We're very, very, very still fortunate to have each other, because I don't know what I would have done without him. Tommy is working full time virtually, thank goodness, and handling so much. Have you talked about where you're going to stay when you go down?
So Dad and I,
Because you can't stay on the
there's no
island unless you want to rough
camp
it.
out at your house, which doesn't sound fun, but there's no hotels available in Fort Myers. So Dad and I found a motorhome in a trailer in a park, in an RV park in Fort Myers that we're going to stay in on Airbnb.
Yeah.
So that was about the cheapest I could find, also, and it was available, and she had just listed it. So we're going to stay in there for a couple of days when we go down. So that'll be fun.
Tommy's obsessed with RVs. For those of you who don't know, before we bought our house on Sanibel, we had actually had plans to sell our home in Louisville that we had spent 12 years renovating and get in an RV and do a lot of traveling. But COVID hit and places closed, and we didn't want to.
Didn't work out.
It didn't work out. And again, using your intuition, when things don't work out, sometimes it's good just to not push it. And so while he was disappointed we didn't get to do our RV at the time, we did get to make one of our dreams come true of living on Sanibel because of all that hard work we put into that house, which was a gut remodel we did ourselves. And so we were able to take that, sell it, and buy a home on Sanibel. And who knows, maybe our next path is an RV for a little while, maybe.
We'll see if we can work it out. So
we're working on that. But we just wanted to update everybody. Week 4, this is our video journal, so to speak. I have started an ongoing journal on my website to try to chronicle this experience, because we've learned about public adjusters. We've learned about how to handle a situation like this. It's a lot of using your intuition. When we evacuated at 12:30 a.m., we just tried to listen to ourselves and to our gut intuition, and we're still trying to do the same. I think that's the only thing that's keeping us from going crazy, because it's so much. But again, everybody's dealing with things. It's not just us. It's people in Florida. It's people everywhere, all day, every day. One of my friends just said the other night, she was explaining to me some of the things she's going through, and she said, my life's a circus. But everybody has their own type of circus. And I said, you're right. Everybody has something going on. So I want to use this experience to try to be empathetic to people that have things going on, and to be as helpful as possible, and even more appreciative for our friends, our family, and for strangers for saying prayers and everything else. We are so, 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 so thankful. And it always makes me want to cry, because when you see what humans are capable of, and the love and the generosity, it warms your heart.
It does. We've got a lot of people been very nice to us over this situation, and we're just trying to keep moving on. So
moving on, move forward. That's the only reason why I get emotional, because of how kind people have been, and we're thankful for the kindness of everyone over and over and over again. So just keep saying prayers for us and for other people, and people have lost their livelihoods, their jobs, people that they loved, animals that they loved in this whole experience. So we're fine, though. We're fine, and we're just going to keep being strong and handling it on a day-by-day basis, and we'll update you more next week.
I'm very thankful for Carolyn to help hold us all together.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I got my tears, but I'm okay, and you are too. Love you all. Thank you all for staying tuned. Bye.